Hi, this is a Ridecast. I'm Mark Farley, and my special guest today is virtual Greg Knieriemen, who's joining me again. How you doing, Greg?
Hey, Mark. Hey, I didn't think I'd be back in your car so quickly here, but I like it. Thank you.
Well, you know, it's that coast to coast ping pong from the west coast to the coast of what, Lake Erie?
Yeah, I think we're the North Coast.
Yeah.
At least we call ourselves the North Coast.
Hey, okay. Hey, the thing that I was calling you about today was this report that Google might manufacture their own cell phone under their own name, not as a Nexus phone. What do you think of that? What does it mean for Google's phone partners and the whole Google ecosystem? And what do you think they're trying to accomplish here?
Well, the spin here is that they're trying to take on Apple because Apple manufactures their own phones, of course. But the confusing thing about this is I think Apple and Google are both screwing this up. Google, people just don't trust anymore. I used to be a very, very loyal Android Nexus fanboy, but that all changed when Google put all their eggs in the Hangout bucket for messaging. And Hangouts, as you know, is a complete train wreck as a messaging tool. There's things about Google Voice I liked particularly, but Hangouts was a disaster. Then they added Messenger, and quite candidly, as a Nexus fanboy, as an Android fanboy, I don't trust Google to make good decisions about what applications are going to be default on my phone.
So you talk about not trusting Google. What do you think Google's business partners, other phone manufacturers, think about this? How do you think their trust level is?
Well, if you look at Samsung and HTC, they're both developing their own mobile operating systems now to hedge their bets in case something goes south with Android or Google gets too oppressive with their conditions in terms of how you implement Android. So everybody's hedging their bets here in the Android ecosystem. So you can't blame Google for trying to build their own phone with that kind of competition surrounding them.
Yeah, but you don't think Samsung or HTC or LG or anybody else can actually make an operating system that compete with Android, can they?
No, I don't think so. But I think if you're them, you got to be prudent and start thinking about, well, what else do we have to do to distinguish ourselves in this market?
Okay, so do you think this is a real report or do you think it's a hoax?
I would not doubt that Project Ara is something that Google is seriously considering. But it could be a ploy, right, to get the phone manufacturers, in lockstep. There could be some gamesmanship here. I don't know. I think it's smart for Google to think about manufacturing their own phone just to protect their turf. But I kind of thought that that's what Nexus was supposed to do.
Hey, Greg, thanks for coming on today. This was terrific.
This is fantastic. Thank you, Mark.